Oh yeah, it's up.
I know.
Ew, turn the camera.
I can't turn the camera. We had this issue last time. That's why you sat over on the other corner last time.
No, I sat in the same place last time.
Let's see.
Subpoena literally means under penalty.
Yeah, under penalty of the court.
But I thought it meant to, like, request.
That you come to. Under penalty of law, you must come to the court.
I was one of those people that subpoena people for like a week until I realized driving the fucking Federalsburg 6 times in a day to try to catch some fucking
Subpoena deuces tech.
girl
Thank you.
was a pain in the ass. I got the second person the first time and I was just like, it's not
Yeah,
much,
she's
like
from
$10 a time. Oh,
She's from Florida.
Yes.
Alright. I'm good when you're good.
No, I have no. You guys posting, sharing,
Yeah, we were sharing the links.
can't find anything.
What's there?
All my page, all the
Added 3 followers this week.
what days?
Very short.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. A couple of them came right after we posted the Wally one, like back to back. Two of them jumped on.
Oh, Kenny, can you do me a favor?
What?
Find me one more bag of Cheetos. These bitches are addicting. You can't tell me Cheetos aren't addicting.
Rob doesn't eat Cheetos.
You don't eat Cheetos?
No.
There's no Cheetos left.
Damn it!
God damn it! Why do we even have them? We're not gonna even have them.
Oh shit.
Who's it?
Did you find it?
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see how Monday will go. Because I don't know what all Brandon has in mind, except for the fact that he wants to talk about the fact that they're trying to ban vaping.
Yeah.
Because cigarette companies are trying to make it out to be worse than vaping is.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a notary subpoena and a regular subpoena?
A notary subpoena? What's the context of a notary subpoena?
The subpoena may be issued by a notary public.
Oh yeah, we don't have those in Maryland.
Okay.
But it just, subpoenas come from the court. A notary subpoena would say, you have to come and sign this thing.
So this is on. Is this just recording or on the
Live stream
PSN
on
as
YouTube.
well?
Anybody from the PSN can see it if they go into the I think it's called the Share Factory.
Okay.
And anybody on YouTube that types in one of the tags or goes to the Dirty Shore page, they can find the live stream. And then when it's finished, it goes over to the regular videos. So I can then pull it down if I want to and edit like this part out and add music to the beginning of it like I did with the one podcast. I didn't do it with Mondays, but I did it last week.
Recording.
Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Dirty Shore Underground with Rob.
Hey everybody, at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks. Make sure you check out robertandcheek.com and hear the podcasting episodes every Tuesday, along with the bonus episodes of this podcast.
Yes, Fear the Walking Dead.
And Colin Graves, Uncommon Gaming Streams, and Yardman Extraordinaire.
That's what we call
What's
it?
Yardman Extraordinaire?
Oh, that's
what he
my,
does.
It's my day job.
Yeah.
My day job.
So you
Work with iron castings.
oh,
Sell puzzles
see,
with a forklift.
that led me to believe he
200-pound
rakes
pieces.
leaves and
He
cut
also
grass.
he also mows lawns. So
I actually haven't done that in a while.
Wow.
It's actually been kind of nice, but it's kind of can be like, Colin, go sweep that warehouse.
right.
All right then.
Jack
So
of all
that's where
trades.
you'd be posting pictures from on Instagram.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Instagram,
land
Uncommon
tractor.
GS,
It kind of looked
Twitter,
like the back door of
Uncommon
a land
GS as well.
tractor.
Uncommon GS.
Go to the Facebook page for the spelling because it's ridiculous. Anyway,
It's literally.
And
just
as
one
always,
letter.
Dirty Shore Underground on Twitter is Dirty Shore UG. Same thing with Facebook. Search us on YouTube. It should be /C/Dirty Shore UG -OTA.
there you go.
Shouldn't be hard to find no more.
So, I've been dreading this for weeks now.
It has finally come.
The nerdiest of the nerdy podcasts
But
that
before
are
we even get that far, we got to
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I see. That's how much I've been dreading it. I just want to get it over with. But, all right.
We'll wait.
Anyway, so we've been, let's see, this will be the second update
Yep,
from the
the second
original
update.
post. So, doing the DDP yoga, how are things going?
2 weeks in, I'm down 13 pounds.
Nice.
First week, I dropped 5 pounds. With the second week, I dropped 8. I weighed myself Monday, and I was already down 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured if I made it 1 more pound by Wednesday, I was happy with it. And when I did my weigh-in yesterday, I was 8 pounds down. So
Nice. Now, are you doing the weigh-ins all at the same time of day?
usually when I get home, it's
Okay.
usually around 4 or 5 because I know weight fluctuates.
I was say you gotta do it in the
Yeah.
morning. That's when you're skinniest. Is in the
Yeah.
morning.
I
So-
sleep all night.
Yeah.
right. It's no eating, all sleeping, body burning calories. Wake up. That's where you get the best bounce. It's like, oh, well, look at that. I weighed myself yesterday right after dinner. Now I weighed myself and I'm 5 pounds lighter.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that the weight fluctuates.
Yeah. So as long as you do it at the same time.
And that's what I tried to tell Karina when she weighed in last week. That she might have just weighed herself at the wrong time.
Got to make sure you do it at the same time so you get it consistent. But so how have the workouts been now that you're into week 2?
They've been good. Yesterday I did 2 workouts. Not at back-to-back, but I
Right.
did one earlier in the day. And I did another one after bath time.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it a little bit easier because a lot of people can say what they want about yoga, and I used to too. And the way he does it, after you get past the beginner stuff and you get into the stuff like red hot core and fat burner,
Mm-hmm.
you're quickly changing positions just like that.
Right.
So it's keeping your heart rate up and keeping you sweating, and you're steady burning off calories while doing it because he's just got you from one thing to the next with almost no resting. And when he does give you rest, it's like 5 seconds, and then pop up to down dog, stick a leg out, pull it in for I think it's called a broken table crunch or something like that.
So, yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Already have no interest. Yes. No, thank you.
Can your legs even bend that way anymore?
Probably not. Probably too old for that stuff.
Like if he goes to bend backwards, you're
Then that's why you should do yoga.
Wait, how old are you?
31. Yeah, I know.
Karina
Yeah.
couldn't touch the floor when we started.
I just right. Already you can touch the floor, right? Hey, yeah. So seeing good progress. Now, you actually had the little one help you out, or do it along
I've had
with
2
you.
little ones work with me over the last couple days.
Right.
Neighbor's kid did the workout with us one night, and then she made us all look like chumps because it just looked easy as shit to
My
her.
brother's also tried it. Russell's also tried it.
Yeah, Russell tried it. He stopped after about 20 seconds.
Okay.
He stopped when he got to the squat.
Well, yeah.
As soon as it hit the squat, he was like, I'm done.
And Russell, you're going to hear next week because we are going to do a special podcast with Russell. So look forward to that.
Hopefully it goes over. I was talking to him after we talked to you about, if maybe there could be cross promotion. Maybe his company, wrestling company, would end up paying for advertising
Right.
on the anthem. And then that works out for everybody.
Absolutely. But no, so you had the kids do it with you. How did they fare? They did better than you did.
Mia did.
Right.
Kendall was having trouble understanding the concept.
Okay.
And every time DDP turned on the screen, because he's the one that's talking and telling everybody else how to do it, so
She was doing it too.
she would turn when he did. I was like, no, you just face the TV, and you see what they're doing, you do it.
Right.
Certain things she did really well, other things not so well. But I'm gonna keep trying to have her do it and see maybe it'll help her focus a little bit more.
Right. Flexibility, though.
Mia's also
Yeah.
been around people that have worked with
I know.
videos like that.
I know.
Okay. Well, flexibility though, 100 times better than you.
Well,
I'm
Kendall's,
Yeah.
I'm almost positive Kendall probably double jointed.
sure.
So
I need
it's-
to put her in gymnastics or ballet or something. 'Cause she's always walking around talking about how she wants to be a ballerina.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she could do that thing where they bend their leg around this way and touch the back of their head. I'm pretty sure she could do that.
Yeah.
So this is a video that you DVDs or is it
Mm-hmm.
online?
DVDs.
DVDs.
They have an online thing and a mobile app. It's $20 a month, and you can still watch all the videos. It's got way more recipes on it than what come in the book that I got.
Yeah, I'm sure the app
Right.
has
And,
because
yeah, the
I heard
app
last-
has like everything, and it's updated. This is a little bit outdated material. He was on Sway in the Morning back in January,
Yeah.
and I watched the
Oof.
video yesterday. He said he's still got another 50 or 60 workouts that he hasn't even recorded yet.
Huh?
And they just
Wow.
started re-recording all the old stuff at their new performance center in Georgia.
Which you were right about last week. It is in Georgia.
And he said he's got like 12 to 15 workouts that he designed for kids between 8 and 15
right.
to help keep them in shape without it being real high impact and stuff like that. And then he wants to start working on these other 50-some
So
workouts.
that stuff he
plans.
designed.
Yeah.
Because I know he picked up the program from somebody else and just kind of like ran with it.
Yeah.
But now he's doing his own stuff too.
And what I think what sets his apart is the fact that when it comes to the real workouts and not just the basic shit and without any rest, you just like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's why you can get a good workout in 15 to 30 minutes and feel like you've been working out for an hour,
Because
and it saves you time and you're still getting healthy in the process.
Right. But so overall, you're still liking it, still doing it. How is the peanut gallery doing on it?
Good
Oh,
for
the
most
big
part.
silence. The big silence and the face of dread.
She's had a couple nights where she didn't feel good and she didn't put effort into it, and that's fine, but she is seeing some progress, and
Right.
even if she don't see it in herself, like you said when we were talking about it, we can both tell. And I was telling her, even if you might be losing weight, and if not even that, you're losing fat and you don't realize it, and
Yeah.
you're gaining muscle in the process.
Yep.
So if your weight doesn't go down, you shouldn't be discouraged because of it.
And keep in mind that muscle weighs twice as much as fat. So
Yeah.
if you put on a pound of muscle, you've actually taken off, and your weight doesn't change. 2 pounds of fat gone. No, wait. The
Yeah, 2 pounds.
equation would be the same. No, you will look skinnier, but the weight will be the same because you're replacing a pound of muscle with a pound of fat. So you actually
You mean
be
you're replacing
skinnier.
a pound of fat with a pound of
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I do the other way around.
Yeah.
I do I'm like,
Loses
okay, no
muscle.
fucking that. Yeah.
How's that Atkins working for you now?
Atkins is, hey, listen, I'm maintaining. That's what life's about. So, and I don't have to watch what I eat, and I don't have to work out. So, instead I get to do what I
you
want.
eat with DDP yoga either.
Well, I guess that's very true. So, I just don't watch what I eat in a different way.
It all,
Like,
it all depends on the effort you put in. As you said,
Yeah.
even
Can
Tony
you
would
eat
tell you.
bread?
I don't want to eat bread, but no, I don't eat
See,
bread.
but it's like you do have to watch what you eat because you're going for like no carbs, but you've been doing it. You've done no carb diet
almost 8
before,
years.
right?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
doing it almost 8 years also.
So it's like you know
So
all the
if
recipes
we
and
stuck a
whatnot.
piece of bread in your mouth right now, you'd probably vomit.
No, I mean I eat bread sometimes, but it's just about what you eat and how
But
you
if we-
eat it.
Cheeseburger.
I will eat a cheeseburger now and again. I had Chick-fil-A for the first time in
You did have
multiple years this
Your
week.
3
Is that
year
because they dropped the whole
ban.
gay thing?
Yep.
Exactly.
I knew
They
it.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's anti-discrimination.
Yeah.
Well, they have
Right,
a
they're
new
signed
policy
on to.
that they're not supporting any organizations, and I don't care what the owner does, because the owner is still very anti-gay, and he's like, I'm still going to give my money to whoever I want. My problem was that Chick-fil-A has a corporate giving program, like a charity that's part of it, and they use corporate money to fund it. And that organization was sending money to people who were trying to get marriage equality undone in California and in Washington and other places. So.
Okay. So that was a big problem. It's not the owner's money. It's
I
like
don't give a shit.
crowdfunded.
I mean, if you say I'm not going to shop places because of what the owners think, you're not going to be able to survive.
That's just like the whole thing with Doritos now. Have you seen that protest on Facebook?
Right, but it's not even
with the rainbow Doritos.
Yeah.
No, actually, they said it's for the LGBT community.
But it's the funds that are going to help mental health care for the LGBT community because there is a very high rate of suicide.
It was funny though. So many people were talking about, "Well, I will never eat Doritos again," blah blah blah. And all Doritos would comment with smart comments.
Yeah.
They were like, "Well, we can't say that we'll miss you."
But
it was even smarter than that sometimes. I mean, they were real quips. They were real. They were.
But I mean, in the end, that's so. I hadn't eaten Chick-fil-A since the election in 2008 when they first said that they were going to send money. And then in 2010, the first-time Prop 8 went up. They spent more money, and I just kept it going and kept it going. So what the corporation said is that the owner will keep his beliefs, and he can donate his money wherever he wants. If you were going to stop doing that, you couldn't shop at any food store. You couldn't shop at Walmart. You couldn't get gas anywhere other than Citgo. Every one of their owners are very conservative, so they donate their money to those kind of things. But
that's why the Republicans like
them. But isn't each Chick-fil-A store owned by a different person?
Yeah, no. Well, it's franchised, but the corporation makes money.
Well, I know that, but what I'm saying is, this owner in this Chick-fil-A could be anti-gay, but the other owner.
I don't even care.
That's not the point.
No. The owner of the company, that head owner of Chick-fil-A, is the one who I was protest about.
Yeah.
And again, I don't care what the owners do. If the individual owners are going to say, I'm going to take my salary or my profit from this particular store and do what I want with it, that's capitalism and that's America. I'm fine with that. What I don't want is the corporate money, the money that the corporation makes, going to fund that stuff. Because me not choosing to eat there has very little, it has very little impact whatsoever on anything, but I'm not going to change a person's mind. But what we've shown through all these protests is that you can change a corporation's position, because the corporation will say, we don't want to have this kind of problem anymore, so we're going to not support these things through our charitable giving. So I had my first Chick-fil-A sandwich. I felt like shit afterward because it's shit food and I don't eat fast food.
Well, I mean, you got carbs in the bread, carbs in the breading around the chicken. You know, if you had a chicken sandwich.
I was gonna get the grill, but then I was like, if I'm already eating the fucking bun, there's no reason to just not go all out.
Well, sometimes it's like when I'm at other job at bartending, I'll get a chicken breast sandwich without the bread. So it's just like grilled chicken breast, broccoli, corn on the cob. Meal.
Right, but I also ate the fries, and I had the drink, the sweet tea.
Don't they have waffle fries?
They do, and they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel like shit after I eat it.
It's the same way with McDonald's.
Yeah, well, McDonald's is even worse, because McDonald's is like where you gotta play, where do I need to be in 2 hours? Because I'm going to have to take a shit in 2 hours. So if I'm going to eat McDonald's, I need to know I'm somewhere where I can then take a shit 2 hours later.
I actually don't get those arguments. Like, people on the internet are saying, like, 2 hours after having Taco Bell, they have fiery hot poops coming out. It's just like, I've never... there's multiple people online that say it, and then there's, like, even a larger... The majority say that I've never had that happen.
It's the stereotype that becomes the rule. Yeah,
I've ate Taco Bell, and within an hour, I've had to use the bathroom.
Well, it's just like Chinese food. Not every time that you eat Chinese food are you hungry an hour later, but it happens to one person, they say it, another person's like, I think that happened to me too, and it becomes a thing.
You heard about the German Chinese restaurant, right?
No.
Once you eat there, an hour later you're hungry for power.
This is me spraying you with a spray bottle.
Also forging diesel emissions.
There's a water bottle right next to you. Just make sure you don't get it on nothing else.
Oh, you don't have a spray.
No.
I gotta have a spray.
The spray bottle.
It's like a kitten. You teach him to stop jumping up on stuff.
Well, just smack him with the bottle.
No, don't.
Do we need to go get little squirt guns for the next podcast?
Yes. But no, so it's become natural where I don't have to watch what I eat because I already know what's in it. Like I can look at something and say, that's got carbs in it, I shouldn't eat it, or that's not. I'm also trying to do gluten-free.
Well, anything worse
If you go to a grocery store, gluten-free products and all that are way more expensive.
But you can eat gluten. No, the thing is, if you want to eat the same shit that you're eating with gluten in it, it's very expensive. But it's no more expensive to eat gluten-free if you're eating actually good stuff. Like, get rice and chicken breast. That's gluten-free.
My mom had her...
And that face you made is exactly the face.
And
now,
don't even process.
Right, if you want mac and cheese...
I want gravy.
If you want mac and cheese and gravy and you want it gluten-free, you're going to pay a shit ton because it's something that's not really gravy, but it's made to taste and look like
kind of
science.
Substitute stuff. My mom just had her 30-year anniversary at the library, and they, in the meeting room, had 2 tables full of food that was all gluten-free.
Yeah.
Because this was celiac disease 3 years ago, I think 2012, where... we just didn't know what was wrong with him. Mm-hmm. You know, he could not get off the toilet. I went actually up there, and when I walked in the front door and he was standing at the top of the steps, he looked pale and fragile. I mean, it was everything I didn't think my grandfather could look like. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, "Oh, it's celiac disease," and he's back to basically his normal self.
Just with no gluten.
Yeah, I mean, it's like. The gluten-free thing is, you know, if they're using the same grill top as you, like if they cook the buns or something in a restaurant on the grill top and then put the burger or something like on, you know, the burger is now not gluten-free. You know, you have to have, actually that's really, it can take
like
grains.
Nah, that's how they treat kosher, but that's people who don't understand how gluten works. But putting the bun on the thing, I'm telling you, the science does not support that position.
There were some other examples. I think maybe cutting board was another thing, but
cutting board can be one.
He can be super sensitive to it. And the other example is my mom, who would get massive migraines. Yeah. And went off gluten, and she's been off for about the same time as my grandfather now.
Well, but celiac is genetic, so.
Yeah. So I'm like. But that's so that's the diet part of it. But yeah, I think some people are taking it too far maybe. But as long as you do it smart, I think I like your point where if you're trying to get a gluten-free food that is a substitute for something else, you're gonna pay a lot more. But if you just go like straight for the regular gluten-free stuff that was mainly stuff that was already gluten-free. Right. You know, and then the whole craze comes on. They're like, oh, well, you can just put a gluten-free label on it.
Eating healthy is really gluten-free for the most part, except for you just don't eat bread. That's the one difference.
You see I think it was last year it hit the internet. Now scientists or somebody was trying to say gluten's not bad for you.
No, it's not that it's not bad for you. It's that celiac disease and gluten sensitivity is in a very low level of people that it's overdiagnosed. And the problem is that people are like, well, I must have it because I feel better when I eat gluten-free. But what they're doing is they're going from eating McDonald's every night to eating healthy food. And they're like, wow, I feel a lot better. Yeah. I must have a gluten sensitivity. And you're like, no, you just went from eating processed shit to eating healthy.
And anybody that watched 30 Days, that should have been enough to make them quit eating McDonald's.
Supersize me.
Supersize me.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking of his TV show shit.
Yeah, that was an interesting movie.
That was a kicker for me. Well, I did have my habits when I would get drunk and want a McDouble or something.
Yeah, I still.
Nowhere.
Well, I mean, like this for lunch, I got 3 plain McDoubles as my lunch. You know, and I ate them pretty quickly. But I mean, I didn't really have much of a breakfast. I walked around a lot today. I actually was flipping some tires and did a lot of juggling, so I was burning calories.
Of course, you were juggling.
I have foot-long rebars that are about 2-3 pounds. I do 300 passes, 350 passes, and then 350 passes until I mess up. So I do at least 1,000 passes of these rebars, and then during the rest time between sets, I flip a tire one way, juggle again, and then flip the tire back.
So basically, he should have been at Powerhouse with us.
Basically, yeah, he's doing the workout without equipment situation.
It's like Rocky IV. I'm up in the Siberia, you know, cutting logs and dragging them across, you know.
Well, to transition from juggling to something that is equally as nerdy and equally makes me embarrassed for you. Today we are talking about my dreaded topic, the thing I've been looking to not talk about at all, but it's here. Dragon Ball Z.
In all fairness, we did 2 back-to-back serious topics.
So,
We did.
You hate it too?
I do.
Well,
Yes. Hey, here's the thing. It's not that I hate it.
Hold on. The person over here is high-fiving you for hating it.
Right.
Is continuously asking me questions when I'm watching
Okay,
it.
because when I'm sitting here forced to watch it,
You gotta
Why?
get into
you gotta understand
Nobody says
something.
you have to sit here and watch it with me.
So I have a question.
So what the hell am I supposed to do?
Are we
Walk
gonna take
around the
this
house
in?
and
Are we
blah,
gonna
blah,
take this
blah,
in
blah, blah?
normal
Yeah.
turns where we can each kind of make a point about it? Because I don't want to be yelling.
I'm gonna sit back and
Why
relax.
not? Because if it was one of her shows and I was asking her a question every 5 seconds, I would
Right.
probably get yelled at for it.
Now I think the bigger thing is: are we just gonna talk about DBZ in general?
Yes.
Or are we gonna say
Anime. I shouldn't say Dragon Ball Z. I should say anime in general. Because to me, it's all the same fucking shit. It doesn't really matter. And you guys can talk about it, and you can try to convince me if you want, but I'm sitting back on this one
See,
because I don't
because
really have an opinion.
it was actually a thing where he reminded me of Trigun, where it's like one season of the
lasted for 2 seasons.
yeah, and it was fantastic when I watched it.
He was a funny
I got reminded of it, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, I wanna watch Trigun again.
He was a funny character.
But I think the difference is a lot of
Rob
what
wanted to say something. I'm
what
pretty sure of it.
DBZ is geared towards is it was the quote unquote older version of say Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
In the same style. You know,
I feel
it's-
like I can feel my virginity growing back during this conversation.
okay.
But at the same time, I kind of watched him pick up a chick while talking about video games.
Yeah,
Doubtful. Who is the chick you picked up talking about video games?
Chrissy Bond.
Oh no, he did not.
Yes, he
no,
did.
he did not
Yes,
pick
he
her
did.
up.
Yeah.
They
She's got a
Look,
boyfriend. That
this
wasn't
was-
a pickup.
That was after.
That was years ago. Stop.
problem-
Okay, that's not the point.
He
Okay.
just couldn't seal the deal at the end of it, but she was totally
This is
into
true.
it.
Good. All right.
This
so
was
go ahead.
before you had
So-
him run through those 12 chicken heads.
Anyway.
Okay,
So tell me
okay.
what's the thing?
Okay.
What is it?
So the I've been thinking about it too. What do I think about DBZ? Because I did watch all 9 seasons of DBZ one after the other because another one of my friends just had the whole series.
Okay.
And he was like, I expressed interest in watching it, and so he gave me season 1 and I finished that and then so on and so forth. And there are definitely good seasons and there are definitely bad seasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Rob here has watched 4 or 5 episodes of DBZ
Right.
ever, like 10-ish at least years ago. Was it first college or second college?
Actually, no, it was first college, but that would have
Okay.
been. That would
You
have been
graduated
2005. So,
So
God damn, so 10
10
years ago.
years, I got it
Yes.
exactly right.
Yes.
So, and that's why I asked if you remembered anything about what the episodes were.
I know the cultural. So I know the cultural aspects of it only. I know what going Super Saiyan means.
Uh-huh.
I know some.
Uh-huh.
Every fucking time.
I know some of the characters. I know some of the storyline.
Uh-huh.
I know that there's like heroes and villains, and it's very
Yeah. So over
storyline driven.
for over 9 seasons, they had 4 big main villains. Some of them stretching between
Boo,
seasons.
Cell,
We're start
Frieza.
at the beginning. Vegeta, Frieza,
Vegeta. I wasn't really.
Cell. Yeah, Vegeta was in the first season.
Yeah, he was, but that wasn't like major.
No, that was pretty major because it was the start of
Frieza
Dragon Ball
was
Z.
a 15-minute fight that lasted 30 fucking
Okay, yeah,
episodes.
it was like 2 seasons of the show where they bounce around this entire planet, and that was some of the ones I actually remember seeing kind of as a kid on Toonami and whatnot. I remember those episodes because goddamn Goku could not run through fucking heaven fast enough. Like, it was 10 or so episodes at the end. It's like boing,
Running through
boing,
Snake
boing,
Way,
boing.
yeah.
Yeah, you just keep
And that
keeps
is
going.
why I can't get into it.
I liked when I was
Yeah.
watching the original Dragon Ball series, and Goku went and crawled up between Bulma's legs,
Yeah.
and growing up with just his grandfather, he was like, "This feels weird," and he takes her panties off, And he was like,
Yeah.
"She don't have what I have." And she wakes up next morning and don't realize she don't have her panties on and went to Flash Master Roshi to try to get something out of
Was this in the... Or was that Dragon Ball?
It was Dragon Ball.
I didn't watch the original Dragon Ball.
Oh my god, it was great.
So,
but there is a lot of sexual stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this show was meant to go, all year round.
right.
When I go on Netflix and whatnot, and I see Pokemon Indigo League and the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, there's like 2 seasons and there's 52 episodes of this season, one for literally every week, where they have to draw them in every single time.
Right.
They have to draw in the viewers every single week.
So what is?
Can you stop that? Seriously.
What is so attractive about it? What do you like about it?
It's actually funny because I was thinking about it more. I like Goku's character.
Okay.
Where he is like basically the most powerful fighter on Earth. Okay, but he's like kind of airy and not really into fighting anything until like the last moment where he gets like really angry and is like, okay, yeah, it's time to finish you off now. So,
okay.
But that'll take multiple amount of episodes, and it's not, you can't, for like the World Fighting Competition, it's a half a season that you have to watch a few episodes for the same 2 people fighting.
Right.
Most of the fighting combat is, animated, but then they'll like land and then talk to each other, and then up, and then fight, and then down and talk to each other again. It was
one funny fact.
Pretty entertaining.
One funny fact.
So,
when listening to Tony's album, there's a few references towards Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
The whole reason to that is because behind the whole thing with Goku is he never gives up, and he's always excited to fight somebody unless his wife then he runs and hide even though he's the strongest person in the universe.
Okay.
And he'll walk up to the person and flat out tell him, if I'm not stronger than you, after you beat me, I'm going to go back and get stronger, and then I'm going to come back and whoop your ass.
So make sure you tune in to check out episode 3 where we had Tony Ennals, the General, do an interview with us, and he does talk a little bit about anime and how much he likes it. But so we just heard from Colin about what he likes about anime in general. I guess Dragon Ball Z more specifically.
That was more Dragon Ball Z geared, because I've been thinking about, and I was like, wow, there's there's a lot of, because I want to be a middle ground kind of devil's advocate.
Well, let me just
it's hard to get a 30-year-old into a kid show.
Right. So one it's a kid
like
show.
2 years behind him.
But
so.
you started with it.
But 1, it's a kid show. 2, the storylines are so slow.
Yes. What is that?
What's that baby's alarm going on?
Finish what you're saying.
What's that?
No, keep going.
Alright, so number 1, it's a kid show.
Yes.
Number 2, the storylines are so incredibly slow. 3, the animation sucks.
Yes.
I don't get the appeal. I don't get the appeal of any of it. When I watch that, I think this is not something I would have watched when I was a kid, let alone watched it now.
So the funny thing is, I'm thinking of it's kind of like when they put a quote-unquote cliffhanger at the end of every episode.
Right.
Because remember, when I watched it was on DVD, so it was like, next time, when they go to do the outro, I'm just like, okay, skip it.
Right, because it's like
next
binging on Netflix.
And then, like the intro is really long too, so I go skip through the intro.
Right.
But there's so many different. I don't know. The animations, as I was saying, as you said, are not the greatest after what year did Dragon Ball Z first air? When was it first?
89.
Yeah. Right. So it was pretty standard for anime.
But I do want to say it was no way intended for kids, and that's why the rehash.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Okay.
and that's what airs on Toonami now. And they basically take all the sexual content out of it,
right,
and the real harsh shit, and they repackage it for kids.
but it's drawn like it's drawn for kids.
No.
It's got adult subject matters that are not appropriate for kids, which tells me it's for adults who have not grown up yet. That's what it's for.
Have you grown up yet?
In the way that I don't enjoy anime, apparently.
Well, here, yeah, because the
Just because we're growing up don't mean we can't enjoy cartoons.
And I enjoy cartoons too.
well, but all
but
the
cartoons that make sense.
I mean, all the cartoons that I've been watching recently
Did you
are
watch Tom and Jerry?
Yes.
Did it ever make sense?
Yes.
well.
It's a cat trying to catch a mouse. It is the most ultimate.
But of course,
sense.
the difference with that is each episode there's a different thing going on.
Right. It's a payoff within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Did
And
Bugs Bunny
what is
make
our
sense?
biggest complaint about Walking Dead this season has been how slow it drags.
Mhm.
But now you're saying that you like that it takes 30 episodes to get through one fight. God damn it! It's just like fucking no.
I'm not saying I like it, because now that I have the Toonami app and I can skip shit,
Right.
I'll skip to the really good stuff. I'll skip past the filler episodes
I mean,
and get
yeah.
right to the good
Then
shit.
you don't. What you like is you like that episode. You don't like the whole thing.
It depends on what happens, because it's not always about the fighting either. Because there's a lot of episodes that are just funny
Right.
because of what the characters interacting with each other
Yeah,
are saying.
because there's
or
got to be
not.
comedy in the middle.
I can watch any episode of Law and Order ever at all, and I
Steel
love
Death.
every episode. What's that?
You remember Steel Eyed Death?
No.
It was like season 10.
Oh,
it was
what-
based,
which
it was
Law and
based
Order?
off- I think it was the original series.
Okay.
I ended up buying off the PSN
Right.
because this is the one where it says it's not based on real life. It was based on real life.
Well, a lot of them are like that.
It was based off the juggalo that killed his girlfriend's parents.
Okay.
And all that bullshit. And apparently this rapper from Australia was in it. So I had to go watch it because a lot of people were pissed
So,
at him for that. For
my,
no time.
my
But
point though,
that's-
wait. My point though is that at the end of every episode, it wraps up. I want to see. I will watch any of the episodes because I like the way that they develop a story and the way they treat the story. So what you're saying is you will fast forward. If you want to see comedy, you go to this episode. If you want to see a fight,
it
you go to that
depends, though.
episode.
Because like you said, there's good seasons to it and there's bad seasons
Right.
to it. And the bad seasons, there's maybe 3-4 episodes in it that you actually want to watch. Now the Boo Saga, I'll watch all of it because it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, with the enemy, it's just as hilarious as any other characters.
This is
The
what
Battle of the Gods movie was hilarious.
my problem is this. Harry Potter, I didn't like. Lord of the Rings, I don't like. Other than
Hobbits were rough.
Kurt Sutter's take on the medieval stuff and Game of Thrones, I don't like any medieval stuff.
Have you seen? Hold on. Have you seen the?
You didn't like a kid in King Arthur's
Have you
Court?
seen the the Lord of the Rings movie recut? The 3-hour YouTube video of all 3 movies recut
No.
into. I have not seen it yet either, but people are hailing it as amazing. Where it just cuts out basically all of the filler stuff.
Right, which might
Yeah.
mean that I like it. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I don't like anything that, if it's beyond the realm of reality, I just don't enjoy it. I just can't get into it. So when you take beyond the realm of reality to an animated show that's poorly animated and the storyline sucks and these battles don't make sense, and if you could go Super Saiyan, why wouldn't you do that off the bat and just whip everybody's ass?
that
Why
was-
do you get your ass beat for 2 episodes?
Well, that was probably the one thing where
Because Goku held back every time.
Well, in season 2, when they're starting to fight Frieza, Vegeta being the soldier guy who came from space, is questing to be the first Super Saiyan because they're kind of legend and whatnot.
Okay.
And then with the fight with Frieza on Namek in season 3 to forever.
It was technically
Basically,
still season 2 because it was
yes.
more of a saga.
Season 2 into 3, where Goku is fighting Frieza, and Frieza just is one of those. He would. It's like, when does a bad guy know that they're actually done? Because you know, Goku goes Super Saiyan.
When he quote unquote killed Krillin and it pissed Goku off enough to push him past his limit.
Yeah, they have to have a lot of the other characters die and come back because Dragon Balls.
But again, none of it fucking makes sense.
True.
It's beyond the realm of reality. And I can suspend disbelief. I can watch a lot of stuff, sci-fi more than fantasy. But I mean, it's just that I don't understand the appeal of it at all. What is it that you like when you watch it?
Well, I haven't watched any Dragon Ball Z, any Dragon Ball in general, the series, since I just started Dragon Ball GT. No, so stop. I went through season Dragon Ball Z to 1 to 9, and then watched the first season of Dragon Ball GT and was like, eh. And then I watched like a couple episodes of the first season. Oh, I'm sorry, the second season of GT, and I just stopped. Okay. And that was in 2012. So GT I have not watched. I don't care. It doesn't. That's not the point. The point is I haven't watched any Dragon Ball since 2012.
If it isn't the original creator, I don't want to see it.
Then don't watch Dragon Ball GT.
I don't.
I'm just telling you what I did.
I tried to watch it. Super Saiyan 4 looked retarded as shit.
Yeah. So, but then. Yeah,
Robert.
I'm just like, it's beyond me that.
Look, we had to have a nerdcast because we did the music.
No, I mean, I get it, and I just don't get the appeal of the entire anime field. Dragon Ball Z aside, all the anime I don't get. You guys were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, which was on TV.
Which does drag out a little bit during the duels, where on Netflix you'll see, like, the two people dueling, part 1 and part 2, usually for just kind of the minor duels. I'm thinking like the start of Battle City, where it's just like they're walking throughout the city and they find, it's just, you know, one of the main characters bumps into another character. They have 2 episodes of the fight.
Right.
And then they have like kind of a filler episode where their plot develops, well, develops more than in the other episodes, because that's the main duels. And then when they have like fights between main characters, those will go for at least another couple episodes. Like, so from the start of Battle City to just before the Battle City finals is a season, and then the Battle City finals is just a season in itself.
Alright, so again, that Pokemon...
And so what you're telling me is when Pokemon becomes real next year with the Pokemon Go game...
I will punch someone in their face when they try to battle me.
Are you? Oh my god!
You have to download it first, but that's beside the point.
No. When somebody jumps out and is like looking through their fucking screen and they're like, "Well, it's time to battle."
I think you get the. I think you get the
battle.
Bracelet. I think you get the bracelet. So that's a big part of that.
Here's my thing: grown people are going to be walking through the streets
because it's nostalgia,
capturing Pokemon.
Because it's nostalgia. I like the comic where the kid's wandering through Vatican and he's like, the Pope's like, "Well, are you odd Pokemon here?" Oh, yes, there is. The Pope starts battling this kid.
Because people don't walk through the streets doing retarded shit now.
Well, I mean, they do, but the last thing I need is for like 2 people, for me to be walking down the street in Baltimore and have 2 people like, whoosh, and start the fucking battle. Because here's the thing, you know that they're gonna cosplay all the fucking time. I'm gonna walk through.
Stop. What if the police are now armed with Pokemon Go versus the criminals, and they have to beat them if the... He's gonna... Look, that'll stop police! No. They're no longer killing actual people.
Yeah, police are grown men and they don't do Pokemon.
I got it. He's gonna be... So let's go jump out with a gun, like, give me your Charizard.
No. And, I mean, the cosplay is going to turn into constant. I mean, I know people are going to just dress like fucking people all the day.
It's really going to I'm
want to cut out my own eyes thinking about it.
All of these ones that we've talked about are geared towards children. Okay?
Pokemon, definitely.
Definitely Pokemon. More succinct episodes where they're either traveling through town. There's only really a couple episodes between, like when they get to the Elite Four at the end of the big seasons, where
Did you collect Pokemon cards?
I did for a while, but I never learned how to play the card game. I actually sold them to one of my college professors who was looking to get his kid into it. Now, so I sold like 800 cards for $25.
I know you want to say something. Yeah. Did you collect them in order for it to be something like it was with Magic and hold on to it and then you could sell it for a good grip of money?
No, it's just to have Pokemon cards. I never played the actual game until I bought like one of the
Okay,
dual
fine.
decks.
We're going here. How about Pogs? Who played that?
I had Pogs, but that makes more goddamn sense to me. Like the Pogs, there's a whole thing.
She has the whole thing.
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards right there.
I mean,
yeah. See, here's my theory. My theory is that I was talking to girls and getting laid while you guys were watching Pokemon or watching Dragon Ball Z.
Well, but it's also a lot of my my watching of anime and reading manga came from my ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Where she had Full Metal Alchemist and Inuyasha as the, I started with anime and whatnot. I mean, not like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Because those were cartoons and I watched them as a kid because I was growing up. Those were the cartoons that were on. I didn't go into reading the manga and watching actual other animes until I was in high school and started dating her.
Question. Honest answer.
Sure.
You ever beat off to an anime porn?
Ew.
No.
Lies!
Really?
I can see it in your face.
That's where
I
you're
can
going?
see it in your face.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, both. See, I know both these guys have.
I really have.
I don't get the appeal though. Again, because like that's the thing that I would say that it's not a big jump because it's like meant for adults. We've agreed that Dragon Ball Z is meant for adults. It's not.
You do know that there's
for kids.
I would say
at the risk of getting stabbed in my sleep
teen.
tonight, you do know there's hot chicks that play video games and
They're
anime and all
I
that
suggest you
bullshit.
shut
Okay.
up right there.
Okay. Men
I'm trying
men
to
are
prove
the
a
vast
point.
majority in that category. Men are the vast majority in that category, but there is a good section of women. Okay.
There are some women.
There's an all-girl gaming league.
And how many all-guy gaming leagues are there?
Yeah, but you know how
there are
many
no
of it-
female players in League of Legends. There are no female players in Counter-Strike. Are there any female players in Call of Duty professional games?
Yeah.
No, there are a couple in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Ex-soldiers usually.
My clan got their ass whooped by 2 different all-female clans, so in a gaming tournament.
Yeah, and that's not the point. Okay, I would say Dragon Ball Z is definitely geared towards teen. I will actually say the manga and the books are mostly adult, definitely made for adults.
Well,
into R or something like that.
Here's my thing. I can't get people to watch zeitgeist movies. I can't get people to watch documentaries about how shitty the country is now. I can't get people to get interested. Wait, no, not you. I'm saying people. I can't get...
I'm not people?
No, yeah, I mean, you're not who I'm talking about, though. I can't get people to get interested in things that are happening in every day, people getting killed by police, and the economy in the shitter, and I can't get anybody to care about any of that. But if you're in the right crowd and you're like, oh, I got a Archimist or something. Arceus.
Wow.
People are like, what? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I just want to punch all those people in the face. I get the escapism. I get all of that.
But how many people in this country are actual sheep and listen to everything the media tells
I mean, yeah, that is what they do. But that's the frustrating thing for me, is that I am aware and I can't turn it off, and it's all just pure entertainment. There is no value other than and I don't understand it. I guess that's true too. But I don't understand.
That's like everything going on with the country now, and the retarded ass people that's being
idiocracy
that we have going for the presidency. We got Trump, all the bullshitter,
right?
As you talked about on your podcast.
Yeah.
And then you got Hillary,
Pam.
who, as Cat Williams said, couldn't even handle the main missile, so they had to get Monica to come in and handle it.
But so, like, I guess my point is that I don't get escapism. I get,
yes,
and I watch stuff to escape all the time. But most of it, I feel like, is adding something, and I don't get that the anime stuff adds anything to anything, really.
Video games are my escape.
Right.
Walking Dead is my preparation for
zombie
just
apocalypse.
in case.
Right.
Because you never know.
So I mean, but what is it adding to you other than nostalgia? Which I get that there are people who probably watch it just for the nostalgia.
Probably.
I just enjoy the entertainment.
our answer is probably nothing.
You know, what's the entertainment? That's what I'm trying to get to. What is entertainment
It makes
about
me
it?
laugh.
It's really just that easy.
It's really that easy. I have ADHD. It's not hard to make me laugh.
So like bright colors and things moving around on the screen.
No,
and
not
like,
that
yeah.
simple.
No. Always trying to look
It's
for
things
which
they
rock is
say.
going to explode because they are animated differently.
Are they really?
Are they?
Oh yeah. Oh, so if you
Son of a bitch.
have you never watched that? Have you never seen that in Dragon Ball Z?
No.
It's okay. So they're about to smash into this cliff face. Okay, and you know like the background, how it's kind of darker, and that's just kind of like the area, like
Right.
the background. Okay, that's like a painting. And if he's about to smash into this cliff, you see this solid black outline, and the art style in that area is much closer to what the characters look like rather than the background.
Okay.
So I mean, you can really see it.
That's about to blow up.
Yeah, I mean, or they're about to like he gets kicked and smashes into the cliff face.
Okay.
You can tell that area is about to be destroyed. There was even
He
another.
probably just ruined Dragon for me because now I'm probably next time I sit
Yes,
there and
sir.
watch
Well,
it,
Hey,
I'm
this
gonna
is
stare at
actually
rocks the whole
anime that I didn't watch. I just saw like a little clip from it where the characters are walking down the sidewalk and the one looks down at the animated area of the sidewalk.
Right.
And it's like, oh my god! And it grabs the other character and jumps off the sidewalk as it collapses underneath. It's
Right.
like, well, what is it? Well, it was animated differently.
Meta. They got a little meta with it.
They
Yeah.
meta with it, yeah.
Okay.
But so that that can be. I mean, I saw it in Pokemon and all the other ones. You know, it's the different art style.
Right.
But then
Wouldn't that ruin it for you? Like that
No,
would
it's just-
annoy the shit out of me.
it's just, yeah, they did hit that area. It blew
That
all
would
up.
annoy the shit out of me, and I couldn't do it.
But then with those all at kids, when he reminded me of Trigun, if there was, I would.
Trigun might be one he might be able to get into.
No.
Okay.
I will not get into it. I can't.
Now,
do
if
that.
it's-
Have you ever tried Trigun?
Anime
So-
does not appeal to me.
So
not
here's
anime.
it is anime. It is. Stop. Shut up. We're talking about anime. He already knows
Magician's
it's
Code.
It's anime.
Okay, but the animations are okay. So you said that you are quote unquote turned off from like the simplicity
Yeah.
of the graphics. The animations in Trigun are much higher. Like it would be on Adult Swim. Those
Okay.
like you don't need the animes on Toonami. You need animes on Adult Swim because they're trying to kind of lean you into it. Okay.
Well, I mean, so like
But-
Family Guy I can watch, American
Yeah.
Dad I can watch.
Well,
I
those
really
are-
like
those-
Boondocks.
I mean, those ones are more political.
well,
so,
not even just that, but I just think it's.
Well, Trigun is a story of an outlaw in like the Wild West
okay.
who is like nobody really knows who he is, and the first half of the season is amazing. And if you wanted to, if we were gonna watch this,
Mm-hmm.
after we pass the 50% mark, the episodes start becoming more sequential, where there's an actual story
Okay.
to it, while the beginning is kind of like segmented episodes,
Which I like.
where
Yeah.
which are, I mean, the animations, how the story, like it just is just kind of a one-off thing.
Right.
And then it kind of, there's not, maybe it's a little bit after the 50%, but then it kind of gets into a little bit of a story of revenge, and then the end of the season.
All right. So now, Cowboy Bebop, isn't that a western as well?
I actually have not watched a lot of it, but I think so. I do actually. Cowboy
Right.
Bebop is more of a Western themed anime as well.
I think that was like a space western.
Space western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you know that one, do you?
I've seen.
So, yeah,
I've seen a couple episodes. I've seen. Listen, it's not like I am a hater without having indulged.
And then Trigun is more steampunky world.
Which, oh god, if there's one thing I hate more than anime,
It's
it's
steam.
fucking hipster steampunk. So
Well, not really. I wouldn't say hipster. But
hipster
it has-
steampunk. Steampunk is by definition hipster.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's something that has arisen within the hipster community. So although hipsters don't have to be steampunks are.
Well, I'm just trying
always
to.
hipster.
I mean, I see the guys
Like,
it's
when
like
you in a
1800s.
steampunk outfit.
No, it's like the, you know, the past future type of thing.
Right,
It's like Wild Wild West,
right?
Where they have the giant machines and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
But not really giant machines. It's there's a vast majority of people. I think he has like a hover bike or something like that.
Okay.
But I really think with his suggestion, if you just want, I want to watch it again. Nevertheless, even if you don't want to watch it. But I really do think that that would be the one to at least, not to say, now you're addicted to anime or anything like that. That's never actually going to happen.
Right.
But I'm sure there are some animes that you would enjoy.
Here's what I'll tell you. What I think you're trying to say is, I've been to many parties, where I walked in the door and they were playing anime on the TV, and I turned around and walked the fuck out again. But you're saying that if it was on, that wouldn't be why I left the party. That I could sit and enjoy it enough that I'd get by.
But then you have like, if you're at a party and they have it on, you're gonna have, you're
gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, this is true.
I think.
But if you're gonna walk in there, and if it's something that it's something you would enjoy. Okay, just for argument's sake, you're gonna have somebody who likes it even more come down and sit next to you.
Right.
And that's the reason you leave.
Okay, fair enough.
He's the reason you.
Well, no, and see that's the thing though. Like if I was to walk in and see Dragon Ball playing on the TV at a party, I would just be like, I'm going to the bar and like leave and I've done that before. But there,
I think you need something more mature than a Dragon Ball or Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're saying Inuyasha is a little bit.
I've seen some of that.
Is teen. Yeah, that's definitely teen.
Yeah.
That's a feudal Japan style.
Yeah.
And demons and monster slaying, but
Did you like Ninja Turtles growing up?
Which Ninja Turtles?
The originals, not the bullshit that's out now.
No, I mean like the original movie or the original cartoon?
The original 3 movies, plus the original cartoons.
I like the cartoons. I did not so much like the original. I mean, I dig it as nostalgic, but I didn't particularly like the movie.
Like going back and watching the movies, it's like
doesn't hold up. And even when I was like 10,
and giggle like
even when I was like 8 or 9 and watching it, I was like, I could tell those are costumes because they're not moving the way that they should move.
Yeah.
For all its faults, the new Ninja Turtles movie actually did a pretty decent job of throwing in animated characters.
when you spend half or more
the
on the CGI.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. I can look at that and it fixed everything that was wrong with the first.
It looks pretty. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
And everything else it just kind of.
No, I mean the story.
And here's another thing. I haven't seen it. I just watched the Everything Wrong With, and that's all I need. That's all I need.
I have the Blu-ray set of the original 3 movies.
Yeah.
And yes, you can tell where the
zips are there. Yeah.
I still enjoy that more than the new movie that came out.
Okay.
I was stupid enough one morning. I woke up at 4 a.m. I came out here on the couch, and it was on demand. Had to see it 2 weeks before it's out. Just pay $14.99.
Oh.
And I ended up doing that, thinking, well, it should at least be funny.
Oh no!
I laughed maybe twice in the whole hour and a half.
It was included in my Netflix subscription. So, but here's the thing, though, because what I'll say that reminded me.
Netflix subscription for my comics.
New or original Spider-Man.
Okay.
G.I. Joe, Transformers, any cartoon that came out between 1984 and 1988, I can enjoy that. It's other stuff I don't like.
Well, but it's like 88, Dragon Ball Z came out the next year. Like he said.
I know, but so what I'm saying is but think about what I'm saying though. Transformers.
The mangas actually, I think they came out in like 84.
So, but Transformers and G.I. Joe. When Ninja Turtles, you can picture in your head how that is different from anime.
Yeah.
I enjoy those other things.
And not to mention the original Ninja Turtle cartoons. They were geared towards teen to adult, And then the movies we got were PG.
Yeah.
The originals.
That you could, if they
and then Nickelodeon got their hands on it, and it got even worse.
God damn it. You think if they put it on Netflix or something, you could watch like the first season of any of their shows?
Well, because you
I
guys
absolutely could.
said you've never seen these.
What is this?
Can you give me that lead pencil?
Oh, those are the comics.
Yes.
Can you give me
Okay.
that lead pencil?
Because Complodium 3 comes out in October.
Okay, here.
But
Which
Are you
has
gonna let me borrow these to read?
Yes.
Okay, take this one back then.
No,
I'll come.
because I guarantee you'll probably
Probably
read
not.
through that in about 2 days.
No, take this and I'll come back and you're live.
Anyway.
I'm telling you.
It gives you a reason to come and get my money from you.
My point is this, that if you can picture in your head what's different about G.I. Joe and Transformers as opposed to anime, that
Wait, you
is what
said
I like and I
88?
don't
Oh,
like.
4 years before I was born? Oh,
But you've seen the original G.I. Joe?
No.
You've never seen Transformers?
I've seen
The cartoon?
I have seen some of the quote-unquote newer Transformers cartoons
Okay.
when they put it on
Yeah.
like the Saturday morning cartoons and whatnot as
Right.
a child.
Yes.
I
Okay, so you have that in your head though.
Yeah,
And you can picture anime from the same period.
yeah. So
What are the differences between the two? Because that will tell you what I like and what I don't like. It's not that it's animated, because I like stuff that's animated.
yeah,
The storylines are different. It's more even Transformers is about robots that transform into cars. So there's some
but
element
then
of
it's like,
fantasy.
well, what, ask the same question back. Why did you watch them?
Well, I watched them because I was that old and I wanted to
Yeah.
watch cartoons. But there's something different about.
Yeah, you're
those.
on YouTube if you walk in front of that camera.
Wah,
so you know.
But
Too
so
late!
there's something different about Transformers and G.I. Joe than Yu-Gi-Oh, than Pokemon, than
But they're the
Dragon
same.
Ball Z.
Well, they're the same. They're the same concept.
Same concept, but there's something.
Okay.
We can agree there's something different between those two shows.
Yeah, you didn't watch them as a kid.
I thought G.I. Joe and Transformers were both brought together under the show Mask.
Well now maybe, but in the 80s when they were on TV, I don't know.
I thought that's what the.
I don't know. But no, so, but I mean, I watched Dragon Ball Z came on in the same Monday or Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning cartoon
Yeah.
section. And I can remember clearly being 6 or 7 years old, watching some episodes of anime and just being like, something is different about the G.I. Joe that I enjoy, the anime that I don't, the
So-
Pokemon, and then the next thing being
Pokemon
Transformers.
wasn't even on in the 80s.
But whatever, Dragon Ball Z, whatever it
Yeah.
was.
But did you watch Captain Planet?
I did watch Captain,
Did
and
you
I
enjoy
like
it?
Captain
Okay.
Planet.
So,
then.
do you
So
think
there's something different about those shows than
Okay.
Instead of getting
Can
your
I
power
take,
from a ring, it's coming from within, from a space
Okay,
alien.
can I offer something?
Go ahead, yeah.
How about that with the segmented things, a lot of those cartoons had some sort of moral that went
Okay.
along with them.
That's
So-
what it's more about, is the moral.
It could be that because you don't get that from anime.
Yeah,
These dragged out episodes, you don't get
yeah.
that.
Um,
At the end of every GI Joe's episode, they grab a kid around the neck and say, "But this is why we don't play
Don't
with
do
matches
drugs."
or whatever."
yeah. So that's at least taught you something. Where I mean, maybe as a kid you're like, well, what did this teach me? Something's different.
Right.
That could be. But if you're saying, because all of those shows are segmented.
And that's what I think that's the big thing.
Sometimes they'll have like a to be continued at the end, but it's
Dragon-
not like
Dragon
literally
Ball had the
every.
morals to it. You just
Not-
had to watch 6 episodes and not
Right,
miss
you had to
one,
wait.
Not-
what
or
was the
you
same
wouldn't
thing?
catch the moral to the story.
Yeah, as I think about it, not really. I mean, it's like
if you really
overcoming
watch it, there's morals
obstacles,
to.
making sure you can get your friend back with Dragon Balls.
No, that's all it's about.
Usually Krillin.
Well, no. But here's what I'll say wrapping up. I think what it comes down to is, and you said this off the bat, and turns out you're probably right. It's all about the nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it growing up because I couldn't get into it for whatever reason, and now I will never ever be into it.
Well, I'll tell you, on my 18th birthday, I invited 2 friends over, and we watched the 3rd season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Almost. We got about halfway through the season in one night.
Yeah.
On the night of my 18th birthday, And then I gave it back
Let
to
me
this
think.
person,
On the night of my 18th birthday,
Yu-Gi-Oh! wasn't out.
I went out to dinner with my parents. Got back early, pretended to go to bed at 10, waited till 10:30 when they fell asleep, snuck out, went to go to a party, hung out with girls, snuck back in at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and got up and went to school the next day.
So is it bad that I remember absolutely nothing between 18 and
God,
21?
I remember my 18th birthday. I went and bought a PlayStation 3 and bought Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
So I mean,
I was 18.
There's three.
PS2?
Yeah, it'd be a
PS2.
PS2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So there's,
Can I sit over there?
but I think that there's three different things right there.
It's
There
better
is-
to do because we can mention you on the way.
Yeah, introduce yourself, sir.
Sorry.
Don't.
I'm not breaking the couch.
Hello, sir.
Sorry. I'm Russell, the Love Muscle Sensei.
who we were talking about earlier, who's going to be featured on an episode maybe next week, maybe the week after, depending on the order.
Yeah, depending on the order, we're shooting for Monday for the live stream. If everything works out for everybody, we do our Fear the Walking Dead reviews on Monday.
Right.
We're doing the vape show Monday.
Right.
And if we got time, we might as well do a triple play and we can knock 2 weeks out in one night, and that frees everybody up for the rest of the week. So
Yeah, so we'll figure out what that's going to happen. But anyway, so thank God we're at an hour. Holy Jesus. We're done with anime.
Thank God for schoolwork.
Yeah,
But yeah,
anime will come back.
I'm sure it will.
I do want to talk to my friend about getting Trigun though, just because I want to watch it again. When he
It's on
reminded me,
Netflix.
it is not on Netflix. It is not on Netflix.
I just seen
It
it
is
on Netflix.
It is on DVD because I actually
I've seen it.
checked.
Hold on.
What?
He can't say it.
Oh no, whatever.
Ah.
I'll just get it for my friend because it's just DVD.
Okay. And then I will be, much like most torture scenes, strapped to a chair, eyelids popped open, so like Robot Chicken style, where it's just like eyes open, I can't
so we can
move.
do
16
Andrea
monitors.
style.
Or Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, the whole thing.
We can do you Andrea
There's a
style.
lot of stuff that I can say about Requiem for a Dream, but I'm not
Hand you
going
a
to.
gun and allow you to shoot yourself if you choose to.
I would rather shoot myself than watch anime for more than an hour.
Children.
I'll find my
anime geared
airsoft.
towards
But yet you
kids.
watch Family Guy,
actually-
and Family Guy is a...
It's not anime.
It is not anime.
It is
It is a
anime.
it is satire. It is
an animated
satirizing
cartoon.
something.
But what
I'm
we've
gonna find
done,
my airsoft pistol, and
Yeah.
next time we talk about Dragon Ball or anything,
You shoot
we're gonna
somebody in
tie
the
you
leg.
to a chair and see how many times you pop that clip
I
into
will
your
absolutely
temple in
shoot
that hour.
myself.
I have an airsoft gun, but I forgot where the clip is. I don't know where I put
I have a
it.
couple airsoft guns at the
all right, so
apartment,
let's bring this train
Yeah.
to a crashing halt and blow this thing up. So, as always, you can find us at DirtyShoreUnderground.com. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube /C/DirtyShoreUG-OTA. That way you can join us on the live streams like a couple people have today, and that you can tune in to the recorded episodes that come out every Tuesday and Thursday. Bonus episodes on Tuesday, new episodes on
Make
Thursday.
sure you listen to the recorded episodes because that's what really matters.
Right. So, where can people find you online?
Dirty Shore UG on Twitter and Facebook. Very easy to find.
Colin?
Uncommon GS, UNCOMMANGS on Twitter and Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Uncommon Gaming Streams, same spelling on Facebook. And who's there?
Russell Love Muscle Sensei on Facebook. That's my wrestling profile, and then Russell Sensenig, SENSENIG is my actual Facebook profile.
And as always, you can find me at Robert N. Cheek on all your social networks. Please make sure you tune in to new episodes of the O The Anthem podcast every Tuesday, otheanthem.com, O The Anthem on all your social networks. Check out robertncheek.com where you can find all my political blogs, the information, the news, and of course my books are available there too.
That's what I was waiting for.
Blame the publisher, not me. Please buy my book. So, anyway,
Buy his book.
thank you guys for tuning into what is the most,
You'll have to ask again. Probably not.
so far the nerdiest episode we have had, and thank God that's done. Let's get on to something a little more mature, like wrestling. Tune in next time.
I'm tapping out.
Tune in next time. Have a great
Good night,
weekend, everybody.
everybody.
Oh God! Please don't, sir. Please don't. Oh God. I hope that was the end of that. Don't break me.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
You got a pretty